Hello, I am sick, and I thought that would be the perfect time to read. And I am reading none other than the Zodiac Academy. Terrible people in this book, by the way. Book 2. And honestly, to summarize the first book in the most simplest way possible,
everybody's a jerk. The heirs are jerks. Everybody else in the school is a jerk. Orion might not be a big jerk.
Book 2, page 4, Caleb. First of all, this boy, on page 3, he talks about how Orion should never cross them. These 4 boys have attempted murder, and all they got was detention for 2 weeks, and they think that's too much. Because they're heirs, and they should be able to do whatever the heck they want. Also, I think putting it in the perspective of the heirs is trying to get us to sympathize for them, and I don't know if I can, because no matter what is going on, they still are terrible people. They've done terrible things. He's like, even though, like, I know we're supposed to end them, why do I feel bad about it? Why do I feel like a bad person? 'Cause you are. You tried to kill them. You're not pushing them to their limits or past their limits or whatever. You're literally almost killing them. That's a bit much, don't you think? The only thing they need to learn to use their powers is to direct it towards whatever they're angry at. And they haven't figured that out yet. So the main reason why they absolutely despise the Vega twins is because they could potentially be like their father. Even though they don't know who their father is, they weren't raised by their father, but they could potentially be just as bad as him. So all of this hatred is based off of potential. That's wild to me. That's wild. I still don't understand how these 2 girls are a problem. They're considered a problem because they're powerful, but they know nothing of their world. How is that really? I just can't grasp the concept. What's going on? Anyways, I'm on page 13 of the second book, and they're acting like, they're like, do you know how much we don't like how our parents rule? You think we want to do this stuff? And they're still doing it. Though, you know, the nymphs, I haven't explained anything about the nymphs. The nymphs are a group of people who only gain power by taking power from fays, not like all the other fae, which do essentially the same thing, but they have to kill the fae in order to take the power. And if you're weak, you have a lot of power, you can't stand up for yourself, they can take your power. So they think, since the girls are weak, I'm quoting Darius right now, page 13. The nymphs are already circling closer, and the Vegas have barely been back a few weeks. They can smell weakness in the air. If those girls take the throne, then we're all doomed. These girls would not be weak had they, I don't know, maybe helped them, trained them to be strong. They could be on your side. They are Fae. They are the most powerful in the entire history of Fae, and they just want to kill them? They just want them gone? Okay, riddle me this. Let's say that they go back to the mortal world. Who's to say that the nymphs won't work with Fae who dislike the heirs and their families and find a way to get to the twins anyways? Because they'll still have their powers. So I'm barely into this book and I'm very confused. What's going on? We gotta get to the bottom of this. Also, why did we need Caleb's point of view? It did not make me feel bad for him. I think it was just to see what the heirs were doing, but I didn't want that. I want Orion's point of view. And it would have been nice to have the nice professor's point of view so that I can know what the heck is going on. But no, we get Caleb. Rip Astrum. The twins have finally decided to leave. I honestly can't say it's a bad idea. Professor Orion's name is Lance. Oh yeah, and they decided to stay. I'm on page 45. So much is happening. I can't believe Caleb thinks that he's not to blame, even though he didn't do anything when they were drowning Tori. He also didn't do anything knowing what Seth was going to do to Darcy. He thinks he's better than the rest of the guys that he's with when he's just as big of an asshole as they are. The way of the Fae is stupid as hell. It sounds like a bunch of barbaric men fighting for dominance. It's the stupidest thing that I've ever heard of. They sound like guinea pigs. Guinea pigs do this. They fight. Whoever's the most powerful one becomes the leader. They don't sound like all powerful beings with magic and a conscience, okay? They sound stupid. So I feel dumb. I've been reading FIB as FBI. I just realized that it means Fae Investigation Bureau. So it is, in fact, FIB, page 77. I'm finding out so many new things. Now we're getting Darius's point of view, and I really don't want to read this chapter, so I'm gonna skim through it as fast as I can. Professor Orion and Darius are bonded. Fae bonded. Tattoo Fae bonded. They can't be apart bonded. And that was done by his father for protection. If you get what I'm getting at, then you get it. But if you don't get what I'm getting at, then we'll leave it alone. And also, I didn't say anything. So whatever you thought you got is what you thought. Get it? I can see why Darius took to offense when they said that he was acting like his dad. His dad is terrible.
Oh, you're my heir, so I don't care if you understand what I'm saying. You have to do what I'm telling you to do, because that's what you're here for. You just do what I want. My son is a Pegasus? I can't believe this.
Because he's a dragon and the rest of his heirs are supposed to be dragons.
My son is a Pegasus? This is so embarrassing. What am I supposed to do with this information? Imagine if everybody else find out. We need to kill him. No one else can find out about this. He must die.
Like, what the hell? It's your son. It's your son. I'm still incredibly confused. What is Lance/Orion and Darius doing? I would just like to share my appreciation for the Ass Club and how they have helped the Vega twins. Even though the Vega twins have been mean to them, I love them. They just protected them from Darius and Max in swim class. And Geraldine is a Cerebrus, the dog with 3 heads. And she's huge! Darcy is always talking about how, oh, Seth is wearing my wound around his wrist, which is her blue hair that he cut from off of her head and left her a bald spot or whatever. But I'm just like, why doesn't she just burn it? Like, just burn it. You could use a lighter. She doesn't even have to use fire magic. She just needs to burn it. And then it'll be gone forever. He can't have it. You can't have it. The most you'll get is detention. So, just burn it. Geraldine is not as appreciated as she should be. I literally love Geraldine. So funny. Page 181. Oh, holy Pop-Tarts. Speak of the devil. I love Geraldine. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Max lured Tori out using his siren song, and Tori was able to break his shields and find out his deepest secret, which was his father's affair, and his mother is actually his stepmother, and he's a bastard son. And if people find out about that, then he will be taken down off the throne. Yeah, then he won't have any power at all. It's a very good secret to hold over his head. Darius asked Tori to go with him to have dinner with his parents and is surprised when she says no. And bro has the nerve to get mad when she says, your family is probably just like you, a bunch of assholes. And he's like,
You don't know anything about my family.
and she's like, yeah, but I guess they're a bunch of assholes. And he's like,
Say that again.
but is your dad not an asshole? His dad hates his son because his order is Pegasus. So is your dad not an asshole then? Question mark. I just thought that I should mention that Darcy has grown her hair back. I don't know why, but Darcy has revealed to the heirs that she was going to leave the academy. And they're like, so it's true, they do want the throne then. Because she said it feels like home to them. I don't understand why they don't understand that they were orphans. They had nobody. They don't understand the human world at all, do they? They need to live in the human world and see what it's like. I don't understand why everyone in this story is just walking around doing stuff by themselves, knowing full and well that there is at least one nymph who is on campus trying to kill them, especially Tori and Darcy. There is a nymph that wants their powers. Why are they walking around alone on campus? I can't understand this. It's hard for me to grasp. And also, it was hard for me to grasp the fact that Tori did not believe Zodiac readings. Like, how do you not believe that? You're literally in the Fae world, surrounded by fairies who have magic. Magic! You have magic! So, I've gotten to the part where the twins are at Darius's family party. They're at the party, and they meet Geraldine's dad, and he's apparently the guy that was on the card. They met Mildred, Darius's wife-to-be. They really did her dirty. They made fun of her so much, and I can't say she's exactly a doll. She's a bit rough. Brutal! Sorry if I smile, okay? I don't know how to express emotions correctly all the time. Darius is showing Tori his motorcycles because she likes motorcycles. And his dad comes in and tells him to go to the party. His dad makes a comment about him, sleeping with Tori, and Tori gets angry. And he's like,
You don't know who I am.
because he is the most powerful Fae currently. And now I'm pretty sure Darius is gonna get a beating. I finally released my bottom lip from its hold between my teeth. It's so funny that despite everything that they've done to the heirs, they still haven't figured out that it's them. Right now they're playing pitball, I think that's what it's called. And they're failing miserably. They really think that somebody else is out to get them, and it's not the twins, which is so funny to me. Like, they literally hate you. Wouldn't you think that maybe they would have done something to you? Just a thought. They gave Seth fleas. They used griffin poop to make Max have a rash. They made everyone think that Caleb is into Pegasus, and they burnt Darius's room. But something that I don't understand that they did is they turned Darius against Milton Hilbert. I think they just did that because they didn't like Milton. Playing pitball, right? And they lost. Spoiler. Tori's like, poor little Darius lost his favorite game. Imagine how bad you'd feel if someone tried to drown you, though. Not that I'm bitter at all. Page 446. Payback's a bitch. Oh my gosh, I never thought about this. They're twins. They could just help each other use their powers. Why did nobody else think of this? Well, obviously the writer of the book thought about it because now she's implementing it. But wow! Right, I feel like I never really explained context. So it's after the game, the Starlight School won. They're giving out awards to them. One of the team captains said that the Vega twins should reconsider taking the crown, and they're like, yeah, maybe we will, as a joke. And then Darius gets mad and he pushes the team captain with his firepower, and he turns into a dragon or whatever. And then the Vega twins hold hands and they feel their power surge between them, and it's like natural because they're twins. Like, I don't know what they're about to do. I just started, but I just came to the realization that duh, they're twins. This is a fight scene. The nymphs came into the pitball field while the twins were stuck or whatever. They got out because Orion and Darius came to help them. You knew they would. Diego and Sophia are so annoying, especially Diego, because they're like, you need to leave, you have to go, it's not safe for you. He's like, you should come with us because it's not safe for you either. As if they've ever actually helped them. They never stand up for them. They never help them. They always leave them when something bad is about to happen. I have a thing about these two. I don't really like them. Anyways, but the twins need to get together because they got separated. They got separated in all the commotion with the nymphs. If they get together, their power will be strong. Their power is extra strong when they're together. And they haven't gotten exhausted like everybody else. Aw, Darius was about to die, and Tori didn't want him to die. Aw, how sweet. Orion said, They attacked the children of the most elite fae in Solaria. So my guess is the nymphs just declared war on our kind. So that's the end of the second book. They declared war. I'm gonna do more of these, whether or not anybody actually likes them. I think the heirs might loosen up a little bit on the Vega twins, but I think they are still going to fight them. I want to know what Lionel is up to. And how did it kill Orion's sister? Maybe we might get a little bit more of a glimpse of what it is outside of the school. Geraldine, I love her. Love Geraldine. She's my favorite character. She's done everything so much. Probably Darius is probably gonna get beat. Also, Orion and Darcy, you think that's gonna work out? I hope so. The twins finally learned how to use their powers, but they haven't switched to their order form yet. We still don't know what their order is, so hopefully we find out in the next book. That is all. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Next week, guys.